here we are now in the finals, grand finals of the OKG Enter the Rift tournament now. As our finals coming down from the losers bracket, we have back, fighting back is Anthrax on the blue side against purple team of NFAO from the winners bracket. So right now, if NFAO wins one game, they will take the tournament and that first. That's winners bracket. A best of 3, or is it like a best of 3 with an advantage? Anyways, going into picks quickly right now. Someone's clarifying rules for me, I'm not sure. We're going to quickly jump in onto bans of Cassiopeia, Lee Sin. There's a Vayne ban. I guess the Vayne ban's okay now, because apparently no one's really been able to deal with a Vayne properly, even though they have lanes to really set up an advantage over Vayne. Lee Sin, again, no real top lane Lee Sins out of any games casted have been playing the Lee Sin properly interesting, so it's more, I guess, the ban out to the jungle instead. Siobhan also being banned, that also strong jungler. Shen, Swain also being Swain, actually more of a target ban, interesting enough, from that last game.
Okay, so the format for the grand finals is best of 3 double elimination. So we could potentially play another 6 games. Anthrax, coming from the losers bracket, could bring it to 6 games. They'll have to win 2-0 twice, or they'll have to win 2 games in 2 different sets.
Okay. So possibly. Oh man. Okay. All right. So quickly we see. First pick of Udyr, which is actually really smart. When you ban out something like Shyvana, there's nothing else that really that fights against Udyr well for this kind of counter jungling setup. Shyvana is really the only one that matches it. You can also have Mundo though. Mundo also works though. Depends on if anyone on the NFAO team really plays that champion. Instead, they go for that Janna and Warwick instead. Janna, again, that disruptive support really heavily favored. We also see Anthrax going again with this Soraka Ashe setup. More of that safer lane. Again, the Ashe Arrow is a very powerful weapon. Well, we finally are actually might be seeing the first Tristana on stream, at least for this tournament. I haven't seen anyone play Trist right now. The last tournament we actually had a very bad Trist record. I don't think any Tristanas ever actually won. Right now, actually, we do see that switch to Graves right now, and we see a Wukong being selected currently right now. This Wukong pick for top is would be a top lane pick, and this actually opens up for a lot of counters for top. But it's either that or middle. One of them is going to get countered. So do see this Wukong is going to go for this top lane. Instead, we see this Janna Graves, more of that aggressive support. However, Graves is not the smartest pick against this. Graves doesn't do well against more defensive lanes. He punishes those aggressive lanes right now. So it'd be better to go something like a Caitlyn lane or a Kog'Maw. Janna Cog would actually do quite well to be able to chip against this lane very frequently. So we see now we're going to have this Maokai actually picked instead. And actually we're going to see more of the top lane Udyr with Morgana middle is what it's going to be. They're going to run that Maokai again. They're going to have this again, this frontline tank set up while this carry in the back is going to be able to poke down. So see what this last pick could be an Ahri. Ahri fails very well against Morgana. That's more of that skill kind of lane matchup in that corner lane. Morgana can shove definitely against Ahri, but as soon as Ahri starts to skill more into that Orb of Deception, she'll be able to push back definitely. But we see now in this purple team, it's a very jump on one person and kind of assassinate them. The synergy in this team composition for NFAO isn't exactly it's not put together very well. There's not a whole lot of synergy or things that they can abuse in this other than the 2 ultimates out of Warwick and Wukong. However, the Janna ultimate is going to be very useful against this Maokai and Morgana combo. So we will see how this starts to execute down right now. But already in terms of team composition, if this gets to late game, definitely in favor of Anthrax's team composition quite highly over NFAO's. So as we start this grand finals quickly, this is what they're fighting for. Our first place winner is going to win $420 and $15 of RP per player, 15 RP per player, not $420 per player, plus that Triumphant Rise skin and the Champion skin bundle. We did just have Lulu, so whatever champion is going to come out next is what they'll be receiving. And then the loser of this game is going to get $180 to split between their the friends of that squad, as well as $15 of RP worth per player. So as we start going this delay period, Prodigy is going to quickly take over and give you those commercials quickly as we start the first game of this grand finals of Enter the Rift.
All right, once again, you guys are watching the grand finals of Enter the Rift. I am Prodigy, running the stream from behind the scenes here. We're going to be doing this $10 RP giveaway just after this game, so be sure to get on Twitter. Use hashtag ETRYEG and follow at OKGaming on Twitter. If you just make one simple little tweet with that hashtag, you will be entered to win a $10 RP card. We've also got Overkill 2 coming up here on April 7th. At Overclock Gaming and Computers FPS tournament featuring Counter-Strike 1.6, Modern Warfare 3, and Halo Reach. Be sure to come on down for that if you're in the Edmonton, or if you're in Edmonton or its vicinity. It's going to be tons of fun. $20 a person for each particular game. So I don't think you'll actually be able to play in all three. That would be crazy talk. Counter-Strike obviously being on PC, and of course Modern Warfare 3 and Halo Reach being on the Xbox 360. Thursday nights at Overclocked is League of Legends night. Be sure to come on down, 6 to 10 p.m., $10 for members and $15 for non-members. Come down to discuss strategies, meet new people, and, of course, get some practice in, as there are over 50 computers here for you to play on. So you can, of course, play a ton of League of Legends with those people in the very same room, which is something that you might not get the chance to do very often. It's definitely a ton of fun. Shout out to our sponsor, Oodle Noodle. They are... in Edmonton, you can get some food delivered to you by calling 780-278-7877. Be sure to do that if you are in the mood for some tasty noodles. This has been our lifeblood pretty much all weekend here, so definitely very appreciative of that. Be sure to follow Overclock Gaming and Computers online, twitter.com/OKGaming, facebook.com/OverclockedComputers. youtube.com/Overclocked Edmonton, and www.overclocked.com is the hub for all upcoming events and more information. There is an events calendar along the side, as well as some information, pricing, etc. And event also being hosted right now by Edmonton Gamers, making sure everything runs nice and smoothly, rules are being followed, etc. Be sure to follow them online, www.EdmontonGamers.com, twitter.com/EdmontonGamers, youtube.com/EdmontonGamers, and facebook.com/EdmontonGamers. Get on that. One more thing I forgot to mention, all of the VODs from this week are going to be going on to youtube.com/OverclockedEdmonton. The VODs from yesterday are being uploaded as we speak. There's probably 2 or 3 actually complete by now and more on the way. So for all the VOD viewers who are watching this right now, then all the VODs are definitely going to be up there. So be sure to check them out. And I'm going to quickly cut to a commercial from Gamer Grub, our other and final wonderful sponsor, well, Riot as well, of course, with that $15 RP for all the players in the tournament, or in the top end of that tournament, I should say. So after that commercial, we're going to get right into the game. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back once again. My name is Yoon. I'm playing solo. Partner is currently gone and occupied elsewhere. We've got Anthrax on the blue side again against NFAO. So this is a best of 3 format for the games with a 1 set advantage going to NFAO. So if NFAO wins the next 2 games, they will take the whole first place prize right now. So again, I'm just going to run over these lane matchups now really quick. So we have this bottom lane of Ashe Soraka against Janna and Graves. So Graves, this Ashe Soraka lane is a very defensive lane. So with that in mind, Ashe can just sit back, farm, and just start to amass gold safely, because Graves punishes more against the aggressive supports, and Soraka is very good against Graves, also able to mitigate a lot of the damage out of buckshot and collateral damage. So I don't like the Graves pick, especially after it follows the Ashe Soraka pick, and that's going to be an easy lane for Ashe to farm. But again, as we've seen in the last 2 games, these bottom lanes haven't exactly been executed well, so there's always room for upset in that, and there's actually always room for upset anywhere, so we'll see how that is executed. But my say goes to this Ashe Soraka lane. Definitely going to have a lot more ease in farming that. We do see mid lane of Ahri, Morgana being able, both lanes can push very well. However, we do see Ahri also has that Spirit Rush where she wants to kind of get in to do some damage on the Morgana. That kind of opens up Morgana to use that Soul Shackles to kind of punish her for that. And then also using that Black Shield to block any sort of charm and also block the magic damage coming out of Foxfire and, as such. So that one could go either way. I think that's more of a skill matchup. That's more of a skill matchup, so it'll depend on which player can execute a bit well, or even who maybe gets blue buffs and who doesn't. In top lane we have this Udyr Wukong. Udyr definitely has this advantage over Wukong, even with that armor shred. Udyr just has that shield to block some of the damage, especially out of that crushing blow and the Nimbus strike, and then Udyr is going to be able to apply that dot onto him with that Tiger stance and just start to rip Wukong apart trade after trade. So already we see these junglers again starting. We do have this Warwick jungle. Warwick jungle got considerably a little bit faster, but still somewhat slow, and is only really fearsome at level 6. Unless you can get that red buff and try and get that, just get that auto win to start sticking to someone. As we work down, both Warwick and Maokai are going to be hitting it up on those raids. Let's just look and see how they're going. Ashe started out volley, getting some damage onto Odd Stealth quickly. Starting to poke away at that. Sitting it back, trying to get this farm is the big thing that she wants to do right now. Morgana and Ahri just kind of sitting back. Nothing too much happening yet as we look through. There's pokes back and forth so far. Not a whole lot going on just this moment. You see a little bit of possibly evidence of a trade here from this Udyr and Wukong. Wukong already a little bit behind from that first trade. He is going to tick level 3 as well. You do see now both junglers now equipped with their red buffs, looking probably for this gank. Maokai definitely has some very fearsome ganks. He can get some pretty strong ganks off. Very much top lane with along Udyr or middle in tandem with Morgana as well. We do see him go towards the bottom of the lane right now, however, and he's going to head into this bottom brush right now. I don't know if he had enough vision for that, actually. Maybe, maybe not. They don't seem to be aware of the fact Maokai is now in this bush right here, but he's going to be sitting here waiting for this gank with that twisted advance, especially with that 2-level keep up. Ashe kind of playing the zone. However, we do now see the twisted advance coming out. There's the arcane smash. He does use that quick draw to get out, and now flashes over the wall, and he is going to escape. And Maokai is now just going to leave that, get that pressure on now, and now this defensive lane can actually play a bit aggressive over this Graves so far. They're going to put this ward and cancel that port back. We do see now Warwick, level 3 now, stalking around the jungle. Probably going to go for this counter jungle, as he does know. No, instead he is going to come up behind this Morgana. Morgana now backing up after shoving this tower. Just kind of playing safe, using that Tormented Soil definitely to farm as much as possible right now. But we will see now Warwick head top for this Udyr right now. Udyr very up, extended in the lane right now. So we will see what happens. There's a Nimbus Strike with a crushing blow. And Udyr is going to be using that Bear Form, trying to get away. There's a Hungering Strike. No red buff tag just yet. Using that Hunter's Call. Going to speed up as long as there's a Nimbus Strike onto it. He doesn't have any more much mana. However, there's the flash with the crushing blow, and Wukong is going to pick up that first kill over Udyr. Sorry, losing control a little bit of this camera. You see now bottom, Ashe and Soraka now pushing in a big buckshot. Gonna get that nice damage, trying to chunk that out right now. However, guys isn't really doing this kind of pushing power that he can abuse actually over Ashe. Well, he won't be able to kill much else. He can try to push towards it. However, going in for that quick draw, using that smoke screen, that smoke bomb actually completely missing Ashe, to be honest. Ashe is actually still outside of the range of that right now. Again, we actually see iJosh going for this hawk shot right now, trying to farm up as heavily as he can, not going for that volley. Not something he needs to do. Oh my gosh, sorry. We actually did see the twisted advance coming out of Maokai in middle and picking up that kill on Ahri. Even though there is that Hunter's Call, Warwick isn't going to be able to do much. to Maokai or Morgana, and they're just going to back up, as we do see now Udyr is going to be coming back into lane, grabbing those boots, grab that ward, and prevent those ganks, prevent that ward gank from happening again. Quickly to CS right now, we do have Ash starting to pull away at 41 over Graves 29 right now, as he does go back to lane, or go back to buy, get that, guard himself a Doran's Blade, a couple more potions. Middle we do see now Elezra and Ari pulling ahead. Actually, no, never mind, sorry. Looking at the wrong numbers, he isn't that far ahead of Tech. He just has one over her. She might not even close it. Missing the 2 CS there, that she can just close the tie. No, misses that one too, so very close there at 31 to 34 now. And this Udyr, not too far, actually this Wukong not getting too much CS actually with this Udyr playing actually pretty aggressively threatening with these trades, as Wukong only staying at 13 to Udyr's 33, so 20 up over him. And that's going to be hard as he tries to go in again, even though there's still that level advantage despite that first blood. We do see him going, buying that another Doran's Blade. That's all he really had for. As they go back to base right now, we do see now Maokai already having his two GP10 items 7 minutes in. And we see now Soraka also going back, grabbing wards, potions, and finishing that first GP10 in Philostone as well as Ash going back, buying that pickaxe, going to give herself a little bit of a damage boost, and give herself a bit of an easier time to farm under this turret, as Graves shoves it in with that buckshot. Now we do see Maokai going to be handing over this blue buff to Morgana. Morgana going to grab that and head back to lane. There we go. Also taking that level 6. And now we see Warwick. Warwick's actually very close to this level 6 right now, so we will see these infinite duress ganks, which can be quite these fearsome Warwick ultimates that will be very useful. And Warwick's going to have a bigger killing potential now. There's actually a trade top and ignite on Wukong. There is the potion. He tries to go back in for this trade, no, but the Udyr shield and that tiger is just too much, and he is going to fall. And now this Udyr now also 1-1 as well as Wukong is 1-1 as he goes back to buy as well. Gonna take that gold and buy up. Not too much else going on. Poking 2-1 right now. There's about just shy of 1,000 gold advantage. Now just 1,000 gold advantage. So not much going. We do see Ash still skilling into that hawk shot, trying to go for that gold farm more than that damage, which is safe as he can. He can just sit back on the tower right now. Doesn't need that. However, he won't have that high volley spam until actually a lot of the later levels. And it's not going to apply that big slow. His frost shot's not going to be maxed out till after. Janet poking in with that Howling Gale, as well as getting some buckshots in, as we do see the junglers going now for the red buffs and probably going to look for this work and be doing that level 6 gank. Both of these mid lanes also have their blue buffs. We do see Ari though, just one level ahead. She's very close to that level 8, so not too far, so not very far behind this Morgana. We do see Udyr coming back to lane, going for that Wriggles. Is just needing 150 gold. Actually has enough right now, but has that Claw as well as Vamp Scepter. Going to go for that Wriggles, give him that sustain and that ability to trade with the armor and the damage increase. Ash and Graves actually not too much difference in CS now, just a 6 difference. Graves at 64 behind. We do see now Swain coming down. However, this is warded, so they are going to have vision of this. There's a ping there from the blue team. However, they are just going to back off. Jen and Graves backing off. Not much is going to happen now. Maokai is just going to town right now. And Udyr now playing this very bully-like, playing like a bully pretty much right now. And zoning out this Wukong from getting any sort of CSs. He is only at 27, while this Udyr's at 57, so more than double his CS right now. I'm starting to pull away even more right now. Not a good spot for Wukong right now. I do see pings going down right now. However, this Udyr does not have the vision here. He only has vision in the tri-bush, actually. So he might actually get dived. No, instead is going to port back right now. So switch the vision back. There isn't going to much happen. And here is this ward on this blue. However, the blue isn't exactly up right now, so not the... It will be up before this ward disappears. So actually, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you didn't see the ward timer in this spectate mode. You see some more pokes coming down. Ari trying to get some damage in on this Morgana over that black shield, going to block some. You see Warwick now a little bit hovering over here by this Morgana. Morgana just staying by the tower, so she will be safe for the time being. Not too much is going on yet right now, just more CS going on. You have Morgana with 2 Doran's rings as well as Ari, and they are very even in CS, actually right at the same, 82 to 83. We do see now Morgana going to be, oh sorry, Maokai actually emerging from the jungle with that twisted advance, going in. He does charm into that tower range, however that isn't enough, and that ignite, not quite enough damage to get Maokai down, so very well done by Ari. Good reaction using that Spirit Rush and Flash to pull him in, however not quite enough damage onto this. That arrow also did come up from Ash. No dice though, no connect onto Ari. So very well done. Almost this Ari picking up a kill on this Maokai. Maokai just very slim on his escape. Haven't still seen the Warwick gank because this red buff is expiring right now. Haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen that level 6 gank yet either. There isn't much warded on bottom right now. As long as he doesn't go for this tri-brush, he could go for this gank bottom. So he is going to go... no, I'm not going to go actually for any sort of gank right now at all. There is a ward thrown into the tri-brush here right now. They aren't really in a prime position for that. So I can always just silence Warwick out of the ultimate. As Morgana is now going to just continue to farm. We do see Udyr top now at CS 72-42. Wukong now, the gap hasn't really enlarged at all, so he's trying to keep up with that. Udyr also has that wriggles now, and he's going to be able to just sit in there, sustain himself, that and the turtle stance. He's going to be quite alright. Ash now at 99 CS to Graves, 92. Still very close between these two. Graves also went back for that BF sword. Ash still has yet to go back with quite a nice chunk of gold sitting in her pocket right now. We do see now this is warded though now, so this Maokai is going to start in on this blue to give this off to Morgana. However, this Warwick hasn't quite been moving yet in on this, so this is going to most likely go to Morgana unless he can somehow get down there quick before Morgana decides to. Actually, Morgana is actually going to head bottom instead. No, now going over to this blue buff and going off to the blue buff. Warwick right in the tri-brush, that is warded, so no contest is going to be occurring for this blue buff here. There we go. Morgana going to be picking that up. And Warwick going to be heading over to his own blue buff, most likely to give over to Ari. In the mid lane, that CS is still very close together. We do see another blasting one actually on Ari. This might go for that, I hope it's not another Rod of Ages Ari, to be honest. You're going to be behind on damage for a little bit, but as that thing starts to tick, you start to get a bit more of those items. We're going to actually still with quite a bit of gold still, as we do see now the teams going in on Baron. There is a pink ward from the purple team getting rid of the pink ward that blue had, and we do see now the Warwick actually initiating in on this Ash with that with the ult. However, not enough damage as he was just there alone, which you have this 4v4 scenario now. They got to be very careful. This Morgana is actually level 11. Eric hasn't quite had that level 2 ultimate, so they have to be very careful now of this. Throwing out the bind there, connecting onto Ari, throwing down that pool. There's the charm, no dice, so she's just going to back up with that Black Shield. Black Shield is down though, however. We do have Graves though, below half health, so this is a very dangerous attempt. Actually, sorry, while this was going on, Udyr top, Udyr actually went in on this Wukong, and despite using that Cyclone, wasn't quite able enough to get Udyr off of him. He was going to pick up that kill on Wukong right now, and he's very asserted up in this top lane right now. Warwick grabbing that red buff again, and so is Maokai, and we do see Udyr now coming down towards us. This isn't really a fight that this Warwick can really win right now. However, he is just going to... I'm not sure what the flash was there. He could have just ran out the tri-bush, but oh well. Flash faced out Udyr, however, I guess better safe than sorry. He's just going to escape out of that instead of go for that fight. As Ari was nearby at middle, however. No one went for this dragon yet. Now we have Ash going back finally and buying that BF sword now, as well as getting the Berserker Greaves upgrade. And she looks like maybe pocketing enough gold for that Vamp Scepter we might see right now. There it is, Vamp Scepter. We do see Udyr also going for those Phage pieces, maybe going for that Mallet or possibly that Trinity Force, which is a bit more common of that build of a buy on Udyr. CS still isn't wavering too much. Graves at 12 under Ash right now, 114 to Ash's 126. We do see Maokai also coming down, so we might see this arrow engage as well as that twisted advance right now. Let's see how this goes. As Ash is coming in, throwing out that volley, no dice. They're going to back up, no slow, no arrow either, so they aren't going to go on this. And Warwick is also now coming down past the dragon, maybe going up to this mid lane. No, Morgana is just going to go back now and finally use that gold. That's nearly a full Rod of Ages if that's the way she wants to go. No, going for the needless rod, maybe going for that death cap, or the Hourglass. Instead, she does go back and they do assert that. They take advantage of this and they do that 2-man dragon. Very well done. Grabbing that quickly and getting out. Giving that gold to their team. You see Udyr now up at top. Udyr 102 CS. Wukong's still very farm starved at 60 gold only. He's actually starting to fall behind, nearly 1,000 gold behind this Udyr. So he's going to need that help soon. We might see another dive as he is going to use that dot onto him and then just block the tower damage with that turtle stance. So he's going to need some help right now. We do see Warwick heading towards the top lane to assist Wukong. Alright, also heading around the jungle right now, just going to pick up the race. Probably looking to assist the Wukong at the same time right now. Now the mid lane CS again. Still very close between these two. Exactly the same, 132 to 133. The only difference with Morgana having that 1 kill over. We might see, here we go, they actually run into this right now. Morgana's going to pop that ult just to kill Ahri before she's able to escape. She has to head down into this, down the ramp, running in right into them, and they are able to lock her down successfully and take her out. And Warwick now actually backing off top lane. Not much he can do there, at risk of maybe even running into a counter gank coming from Morgana and Maokai. However, this Anthrax team now going to discover that this dragon is actually already gone. And instead of, they try to take advantage of the situation, try and get that dragon. However, it's already gone. Not going to be able to do that, so not much, as the Warwick and Ahri had already 2-manned it before. I'm going to look around now. No full oracles yet on anyone currently right now. Jen going to be clearing this ward with use of that pink ward. In top lane, we still have Graves now actually going for Bloodthirster. Going for that Bloodthirster over the over IE. Instead, we have Ashe. Still hasn't completed a BF item, but she has quite a bit of gold and might be able to complete that IE soon. And of course, that IE is 1,000 gold more expensive than this Bloodthirster. So she's still ahead in that gold right now. Pinging this Warwick is the blue team, so they have knowledge that he is sitting here in the river. Top lane still now that that CS is right at 50 advantage for Udyr, still getting a lot more farming than this Wukong. Do you see Warwick now with that recurve bow, going for that wit's end most likely of an item. We might see him go up to try and get a gank attempt on this Udyr again, as he does hit level 13. Bot lane CS, still just that 15 kind of deficit. Ashe still sitting over Graves comfortably with a bit of the lead, as well as because of this, she did scale that hawk shot first, so she was able to get that gold lead a bit earlier. Although CS, making the difference, getting that extra gold bit by bit by bit. See Maokai now probably working with that Ruby Crystal, could turn it into that Kindle Gem and go in. Go for that Shrelias that will make their engages a lot easier. Seeing Ahri too, Ahri now Ahri has this giant spell. She will most likely go for this Rylai's instead. It's a very useful item, able to give her a bit more survivability if she decides to dive in with Spirit Rush and give her that ability to kite. However, now instead, she's trying to get this boob up on her own. Now the rest of the Anthrax team actually going to come up here and give that blue to Ashlyn. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry for that, just a brief interruption. Coming back now, we do see Graves now pushing in onto this turret quickly right now. Using that quick draw, not going to be enough to stop. They're going to take that first turret there, as also that top turret was taken down by the Udyr just not too long ago. Wukong now still quite behind in items now. Udyr almost to double the CS of this Wukong, very far ahead of him. As we also see Ashe going back to buy that Infinity Edge right now. She is going to big crit coming out. That initial crit, she is going to use that. Hawk shotting down, does not decide to chase this. He's going to be able to get to his turret with that quick draw and handily get out there. The kiting not strong enough as her frost shot, still only level 1. Not going to quite be enough. We do see Ari now finally picking up that Rally Crystal Scepter, big item for her. And Morgana also grabbing the Hourglass that she can use in tandem with her ultimate of Soul Shackles. Just channel that in. If she gets to a point where she might get ejected out of the fight by Janna, if she doesn't have Black Shield out where she's at risk of dying, she can just pop that and let the Soul Shackle have that second tick to get that stun off. Warwick also coming out Wit's End now. Going to be able to get a lot of attack speed with that and his Hunter's Call. Get some nice free magic damage off as well. We do see bot turret now finally being destroyed by Ashe and Soraka. And they do have a ping now on his bot lane. We do see Udyr now down here in this blue brush looking for a possible gank on this Graves and Janna. Janna obviously with that Oracle would be a nice thing to get down if they can get that Oracle. You do see that Warwick actually coming down here. The pull coming out. There was a bind onto that. The Black Shield now expiring. There's the ultimate from Warwick. And there is a quick Soul Shackle into the Hourglass. Not going to be enough. Ari actually flashed out of that instead. And now here comes Udyr trying to poke down this Maokai, trying to help the Morgana. They aren't going to be able to do that instead. Udyr, right this time, is going to take down Warwick. There's the flash and the twisted advance from Maokai. And that's going to pick up the kill onto Ari. And now they're going to come down. Ashe already work on the tower. Take down this tower. There's an ignite onto Udyr. Graves doing that collateral damage. Try to pick up a quick kill. Not quite enough damage. And they are going to back off from that turret. Not able to get it as this dragon has now spawned again. And going to go for that. There we go. There's another quick draw in. Try to get that buckshot. Not quite enough damage on this Ashe. 200 health. Not quite enough. As Graves is going to start shoving this lane. Morgana has respawned. She's going to head back this mid lane. And Graves will now try to do some quick damage onto this turret. Getting that turret down to half health. And as well as the Udyr and Maokai. Just quickly picking up that turret. Udyr now going for that Triforce. Very close to finishing it. Needs another 200 gold to complete. He has all three pieces of it. And doesn't quite have the last 200 gold required to for that cost of combining them. Alright, grabbing another boss team on. Could be going for an Abyssal. Might go for that Death Cap. Depends. She does need that. Try to get more AP. Get that damage output going. Wukong also seemingly gained out pieces. His CS 104 to 150, so he's slightly closing the gap, but he is still quite a bit behind this Udyr in terms of gold. 2,000 down. And Jan also walking around with this Oracle and removing vision right now. There was an arrow middle from the Ashe, not quite connecting to anyone though. And they look to push down this turret. How do they do this medium? This here, they're jumping right now. There's the ultimate from Warwick. Ari dashing in, there's the charm, there's the knock from the cycle. Blackshield's coming in, and here comes Morgana with that Soul Shackle. There's the ultimate from Janna. Alas, Morgana used that Hourglass, wasn't able to push her out. However, that tick goes off. Doesn't quite, no one dying in this fight right now. We go to for Anthrax. Just at 5,000 right now. There's a binding out to Ari, taking away. And she throws out that orb. Graves is now also grabbing that Zeal, working towards that Phantom Dancer. More going for this blue right now. What really needs to be going on right now is not too far behind right now. They just this NFAO team really just has to farm as hard as they can and try and get a nice and have a nice strong team fight. They aren't out of it yet, but they really have to play to the game. Just try and get that burst damage. Try and get that one focus down. Not necessarily have that or wait for that Black Shield to come off and try and force that Black Shield onto a target that they don't necessarily want to kill. Like say Udyr maybe, have that work, jump on something like Ashe or this Morgana and try and burst her down very quickly before Soul Shackle or that Hourglass can be picked. And so they can get that pick on maybe the Ashe or the Morgana and allow that fight to be a lot easier to win. CS looking, we do have Graves now hitting that 200 mark, still just behind the Ashe, not too far. Again, staying in this kind of 15 off of Ashe. Ashe also having that, that Infinity Edge, also working towards the Phantom Dancer as well as Graves. Udyr now finally completing that Triforce. He is pretty big now, 4-1, also finishing his boots, upgrading them to Merc Treads. Both AP carries now with that blue buff. Gonna throw that. Actually, the Ari actually decides to burn her Spirit Rush instead from that line. Instead, just throwing out that Black Shield too. Not gonna get charmed. Not gonna take too much damage as her team is now here to support her, and they're gonna go and push this down. Throwing out that binding, not going to get anyone. Quick auto attack into the Graves. Wukong and Wukong is still top, and we do see Warwick now coming in to help. We're going to go for the there's the arrow on to Ari as well as the arrow. Soul Shackle coming in, and that twisting event, and that arcane smash going to knock back Ari. Ari completely locked down, is going to go and fall. We might see this Baron attempt. This is actually a very easy way to Baron. They can start this Baron and turn on this team. No Morgana ult though. However, we still have that Warwick and Wukong ult. Could go for the steal here as well. This Anthrax scheme is very well this turn. They have vision of NFAO. Graves throwing in that smoke screen. Here they are trying to turn on them. This Baron is at half health. Baron continuously trying to chip away right now. Soraka hitting pretty low health. Very safe up here. This Baron now at quarter health right now. Okay, I'm going to try and go on this point off that Gale. And here's Graves right now, actually trying to steal his Baron back here with Maokai and Soraka trying to turn it down. However, Rudier, Morg, and Ash going in on this. On this Baron. There's another binding over the wall. Really pick up that kill on Graves, not quite going to get it. However, he did steal it actually, managed to secure the Baron for his team. However, he is going to fall right now. And now they have an opportunity to now push this middle lane without the jamming Graves to help them. Right out the road quickly. They're starting on that Charlie not being able to do anything to this Morgana. Black shield is that tower is going to fall right now. Janna now spawning. Graves just 5 seconds away, and they do ping the top or ping the red as well as that bottom lane to go and farm it right now. So the gold lead, 7,000 gold right now in lead for Anthrax currently. Looking over these items quickly. Back right now with that Frozen Heart as well as that Kindle Gem. So looking to complete that Shirley's again. We're going to be able to use that to pick off anyone or engage on that if Morgana catches a bind on someone. We will see Ash now complete that Phantom Dancer. Definitely has a lot of gold right now. 3,000 in her pocket. Going to be able to grab that. We also see Morgana at 3,100 gold. We're going to be able to either buy that Death Cap right away or maybe even go in the Abyssal Scepter. Alright, still quite... about 2,000, or not quite, just about 1,000 gold shy of Morgana, so she's not too far behind, but 1 and 4 isn't exactly the place where she needs. She really needs a bit more gold to get that AP, get more magic damage going. Ash is just going to push his red buff. Wukong also pushing this top lane. Wukong now out of Warmogs, fresh Warmog, so he's going to start trying to stack that up. Definitely make him that tank for his team. Got this chain vest here on Warwick as well, looking to become more tankier with that Wit's End for his team. Graves now going back to buy, picking up that Phantom Dancer as well as a green pot in case another fight breaks out. Right, looking to force this Baron or possibly a tower siege. Sorry, it's not tower siege, but actually fight now as they have Baron on 3 of their members right now. We're going back to buy, buying that needlessly large rod and that blasting one. Going to definitely be going for that Death Cap for that big boost of AP right now. Rudier coming up here to defend this tower from the tower. We're going to go work on this tower. However, this work is very close nearby. This, Rudier not going to chase this Wukong, so there's no gank going to be occurring up on here. But we do have dragons spawned currently. See if any team decides to go for this in a second. I apologize. This isn't as easy as it is. We will try to fight through it though quickly. We do see now the blue's going to be picked up. We're going to go for this blue buff as well as Arden's going to get on their own. Wukong also have to do this. So we do have a fair amount of disruption to try and jump on someone on both teams right now. But right now, what NFAO really needs is some more damage and some really oh no, Graves is actually getting caught right now. There's the arrow. The blind side he's a sitting duck right now. Quick lift by Graves now. Getting way caught out of it. Completely unsafe spot. Not being able to react in time to the arrow. Couldn't flash out of it. Couldn't even quick draw out of the way. Just no reaction out of it. They're now going to push against us as that Graves is nowhere, or now that Graves is dead, not able to support them. This is going to be an easy siege on this inhib from Anthrax. Pop that Sailor Shackle as well as the Hourglass. Not going to be able to push out as Ari's going to fall damage is gone from NFAO right now. All they have is that tank silent disrupt. It's not going to be enough. This inhibitor is going to go down. So we find out another bind. No one's going to this is up again. They're going to ping out and go for that red buff. Actually, no, they're going to... No, someone did ping the red buff, but they're going to transition down to this bottom second tier tower and take this as well. Ash with that Vamp Scepter can also just heal up, hitting some creeps right now. You see Graves out here trying to go in for that. Actually, the buckshot completely missing this Ash. It does ignite her. It's not going to be enough. The rest of the team no damage coming down though. Throwing out that bind over. No damage to follow up on that. As Ari has also just spawned now. So a valiant, an attempt by Graves, not going so well to get that Ash, missing that buckshot. Might have been able to pick up the kill with another auto if that buckshot hit, but not going to be enough. As Ash is going to start this dragon, the rest of her team's going to come, and they're going to take this dragon, extend their gold lead up, just about 9k. Throwing out that bind, actually, no. Oh, sorry, 10k now. Cannot do math right now. Throwing out that bind to just deflect back this Wukong. They're not going to be able to go on that. And they're going to just shove this middle wave. Most likely looking at this gold now. They look to buy and clear that top wave as well. Udyr now going for that more tanky pieces of his build. He does have quite a bit of damage in this Tiger stance and the Triforce. We're going to go a bit more tanky with that Warden's Mail, which will be upgraded into a Randuin's as well as a Negatron Cloak to mitigate some of that magic damage Ari's throwing out. I see this Warmog still actually very low, only at plus 77 health at 750 for that Warmogs that Wukong got quite a bit ago, but he's still pretty low in gold compared to the actually only 7,000 gold right now, so he is quite a bit behind. He's just kind of a tank right now, and that disruptor with that Cyclone. You see Warwick now going for that Frozen Mallet as well, going to help against Ash, however, but it also gives him a nice chunk of CDR, and that makes his cooldown, or the cooldown on his ultimate actually very low. That the Infinite Duress can actually get a very low cooldown of nearly 40 something seconds, and a suppression ultimate like that is actually very useful without much CDR, as you can get that in one fight, and if the fight draws out or another fight occurs right after, you can have that ultimate immediately again. We do see Graves now picking up QSS. Does not probably want to get CC comboed again or caught by that arrow like last time. That's going to be able to help him survive. Ari going almost at that death cap actually right now. Pieces of it are in place. She just needs about 300 gold to get that. You see Ash as well, having that Phantom Dancer and a second Zeal, looking to build another Phantom Dancer. Morgana now also having that Negatron, can go for that Abyssal after she has completed this death cap. However, this is a 3v5 near at the top, so they have to be very careful. Maokai all the way to his base. Maokai picking up, doesn't have that Shirelia yet, does have Force of Nature though. So he won't have that initiation tool yet, but we do have it on Soraka, so that will also work as well in their favor. We do have some pings going down on this Baron currently right now. We do see now all five is what are all groups is 5. NFAO looking down here, seeing if this is being done. Clearing it. However, Graves takes some 2 shots from this Baron right now. Here we go. The Twisted Advance. They are split right now onto this Janna. Wonderful pick, and that Janna is going to go down. And now they're most likely going to be transitioning onto the Baron to do it. However, no, Ash is actually going to come up here and use that arrow on the Ahri. There's the silence onto Ahri as well. Not going to be able to Spirit Rush or flash out of that, as Udyr also flashes with that bear stance over the wall and going to pick that Ahri off too. So now it's a 3v5. There's not much they can do to steal this Baron away, and this Baron's going to go to Anthrax. Unless it's Graves tries to do some more heroic tactics and steal this Baron for the team. You might see this going down. However, he does see Morgana up here. Morgana is ignited. There's the Soul Shackle as well as the Hourglass, so she's not going to take any damage as Maokai does Twisted Advance over the wall, keep that Graves right in place, and Graves is going to go down as well. Now they are going to push in on this as the bottom minions of Anthrax also take that second tier bottom turret right now, and now they're going to be able to siege with this Baron as well. Ahri is still down, however she only has 5 seconds, but this Graves still has 40 minutes to respawn, or sorry, not 40 minutes, 40 seconds to respawn. Howling Gale being thrown out, and here they come onto this turret right now, focusing on that turret right now. It's dropping at it. Oh my god, it's dropping so quickly right now. Graves still 25 seconds away. Ahri has respawned. Going out that charm, getting some damage onto this Maokai. Not enough. Some of it's getting blocked by that black shield. They're going to transition down now to the bottom inhib turret. Get that inhib turret too. And just start to have these super minions flood the base of NFAO. Okay, that purple mid inhibitor has respawned just now, so they're just going to turn. Might as well grab that turret too, unopposed. Now Graves has respawned, hitting that charm on the Maokai again, just poking down, already trying to poke some damage down. As Ash has already been making quick work of this bottom inhib tower. Now the inhibitor is going to be going down. Graves now finally joining his team. They're not quite up. There's a bind onto it, taking such a large chunk out of Ari's health, but now this Anthrax team going to look to buy. Look at all this gold right now. Everyone has over 1,500. Ash at 3,000 gold. They're going to buy up, get those potions, elixir up, and this is what they really want to do. Just buy those items, get those elixirs, and start to really siege push down this team after they clear their own buffs and just start to take the game at nearly a 15k gold difference, 9-2 towers as well. We do see a second Phantom Dancer complete for Ash, as well as another BF sword being bought. We do see Maokai now also looking towards Zeke's Herald after the completion of Shirley's Reverie. We now have Morgana now. With that Abyssal Scepter, going to be able to do more damage right now. Also give herself some protection from that Ari. Ari actually just not being able to do much right now in this game. 1-6, she is pretty starved on gold right now, as Morgana way ahead of her in terms of gold, nearly 2,500 gold. And that's not the place she wants to be. She is still doing a considerable amount of damage right now. It's just hard to get through, and now it's going to be even more hard as this Morgana packing a decent amount of MR right now with that Abyssal and that Hourglass as a safety tool. And this Udyr also has quite a bit of magic resist along with Maokai. Wukong still just a full tank build in that Warmog. Still not complete yet, just short of being halfway done. However, here is the Shirelia throwing that arrow, and that's not going to connect. However, he does blow that QSS early instead. Udyr trying to come in with that bear, but there is no follow-up from the rest of his team right now. Now the team is coming up as Ari was way back here trying to get some damage onto Morgana. Not going to be enough. She's going to go down to Maokai as well. Graves getting caught way out of position as Udyr also climbs into ult onto Ash. QSSing out of that though, and using that Morgana ult to zone out Wukong and Janna, and Wukong is going to be kited to death as she goes down. So the first game of this, actually flashing in, trying to maybe get that. No, instead, this first game is going to go to Anthrax in this first best of 3 against NFAO.
Victory!
It's very well done again. Just completely outcomped NFAO's team composition. It was just very weak in comparison to Anthrax's. And from there, you just saw as the laning phase was very comfortable for all of Anthrax, so there wasn't much that they could capitalize on in terms of that to bring themselves back in, except for maybe a pick or hoping that Anthrax maybe made some mistakes. So we're just going to reset quickly right now. We're going to be right back to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is Prodigy on the mic. Going to be concluding our second $10 RP giveaway here on the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in right now on this wonderful Sunday. And the draw has been completed. I did say before we got into this final match that I would be rounding up the draw. And the tweets are in, and the draw has been completed. And the winner is Full Pool Rush. You'll be having your code DM to you very, very shortly. So congratulations to you for winning that $10 RP card. We're setting up Game 2 of the Grand Finals between Anthrax and NFAO. Had some technical difficulties in that last game trying to get everything or get the scoreboard set up. It decided to blow up on me a few times there, but everything should be sorted out now. We're going to get Game 2 started right away here. Both teams are just setting up, so don't go anywhere for that. Again, congratulations to 4 Pool Rush. Game 2 is going to be starting right away.